Welcome children to your next video class. We'll continue chapter 4 water, and today I will teach you water as a solvent. Water dissolves many substances. Water can dissolve many different kinds of substances. That is why water is commonly called as a universal solvent. We use this term universal solvent for water because it has capacity to dissolve so many substances in it. There are, however, many substances which do not dissolve in water. So the substances which dissolve in water are called soluble in water, and the substances which do not dissolve in water are called insoluble in water. A liquid substance that dissolves in water completely in all proportions is called miscible with water, or we also use the term miscible liquid. Examples are alcohol, milk and honey. So these substances, these liquids easily dissolve in water. That is why children, you have seen that milkman mixes water in milk because both are miscible. A liquid substance that does not dissolve in water and forms a separate layer is called immiscible with water. Example, oils are immiscible with water. That is why you will see while we put oils in water, oils float at the surface of water. Is it clear? Now, activity 1. This activity is about that few substances easily dissolve in water and there are few substances which do not dissolve in water. To find out if the given substances is soluble or insoluble in water, for this experiment we have to take few substances like salt, sugar, starch, sulfur, alcohol and test tubes. We will take 5 test tubes and we add 5 milliliter water in each of the 5 test tubes and place them on a test tube stand. These are apparatus which you can see in your chemistry lab. While you go in senior classes in standard 9 and 10, you will perform so many experiments in lab. So next what we have to do, we have to add a pinch of common salt in test tube 1, sugar in test tube 2, starch in test tube 3, sulfur in test tube 4 and 1 milliliter of alcohol in test tube 5. Now shake each test tube for a while and put the test tube back to the test tube stand. And what we will observe, what we will notice after few minutes, we will observe that common salt, sugar and alcohol are soluble in water, whereas starch and sulfur are insoluble in water. So this experiment proves that there are substances which dissolve in water and there are few substances which do not dissolve in water. Is it clear? Children, did you know that this property of water dissolving different kinds of substances is very important for industry as well as for all living organisms? Next, I will teach you know these terms: solute, solvent and solution. Okay, so what is solute? The substance which is dissolved in water or any solvent is called solute. For example, when sugar is dissolved in water, then sugar is the solute. Okay, different substances dissolve in water to different extents. Now solvent. What is solvent? The substance in which solute is dissolved is called solvent. For example, when sugar is dissolved in water, then water is the solvent. And solution, the homogeneous mixture of a solvent and a substance soluble in it is called a solution. For example, when sugar is dissolved in water, a solution of sugar in water is obtained. Now, see this diagram. Here sugar. Sugar is a solute. Water is a solvent. While we mix sugar or we dissolve sugar in water, they form a solution that is called aqueous solution of sugar. Aqueous, the word has come from word aqua. Aqua means water. Since water we have taken as a solvent, that is why it is called aqueous solution of sugar. Is it clear? Next is saturated solution. A solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at any temperature is called a saturated solution. Children, while we prepare a solution, a time comes when even after increasing temperature, no more solute can be dissolved. So that time, that solution is called saturated solution. Means that solution attains a saturation level. Okay. Now next is some examples of solubility of gases in water. Children, till now we know that solid solutes dissolve in liquid solvent, that is in water. You have also seen that there are some liquids which dissolve in water. They are called miscible with water. There are few gases which also dissolve in water. Examples of these gases are carbon dioxide and oxygen. That is why you will see that all feces, they inhale oxygen which is dissolved in water. Okay. All aerated drinks contain dissolved carbon dioxide. Children, you all love that cold drinks, and they are called aerated drinks like Pepsi, Thumbs Up, 7-Up, etc. So these aerated drinks contain dissolved carbon dioxide. That is why while we open the cap of these bottles, you get a fizzy sound and bubbles come out from the bottle or liquid. Those bubbles are bubbles of carbon dioxide. Aquatic plants use dissolved carbon dioxide to make their food by photosynthesis. You know what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a process of preparing food. All green plants prepare their food by themselves. So for preparing food, they need a gas. That gas is carbon dioxide. But aquatic plants, they also use that carbon dioxide because carbon dioxide is a gas which is dissolved in water. So aquatic plants use dissolved carbon dioxide to prepare their food. The dissolved oxygen in water is taken up by fish through its special organ called gills. Children, you know that fishes do not have lungs because they are aquatic animals. They live in water. So they have a special organ for breathing, and that special organ is called gill or plural gills. So oxygen is also dissolved in water, and that dissolved oxygen they inhale. Okay. So aquatic animals survive on the oxygen dissolved in water. The solubility of gases in water decreases with a rise in temperature. While temperature rises, solubility of gases decrease. Okay. So often during summer, fish in shallow ponds die. This is because the water in the pond gets warm, and while it becomes warm, what happens? It means there is increase in temperature of water, and as a result, the amount of dissolved oxygen in water decreases and the fish in the pond die. Is it clear? Now next is conditions affecting the formation of solution. So there are few conditions. First is nature of solute and solvent. The solubility of a solute in any solvent depends upon the chemical nature of both. In general, that inorganic compounds like common salt, copper sulfate, etc. are soluble in water, and organic compounds dissolve in organic solvent like such as benzene, alcohol, carbon tetrachloride. Benzene, alcohol and carbon tetrachloride are organic solvents. So, organic compounds dissolve in organic solvent. Inorganic compounds or ionic compounds easily dissolve in water. Now, next is temperature. In general, the amount of solute dissolved in a certain fixed volume of any solvent increases with a rise in temperature. Thus, more solute can be dissolved by heating the solvent. But in case of gases, it is just opposite. While temperature rises, solubility decreases. But in case of solid solute or liquid solute, what happens? That after increasing temperature, solubility increases. You can perform this by a simple experiment. You can take 2 glass of water in one cold water and in second one hot water. You add 1 or 2 spoons of salt or sugar in both the glasses. What you will observe, so salt or sugar will easily dissolve in glass in which you have kept hot water, because while temperature increases, solubility also increases. Now next is stirring. The stirring of solute in the solvent dissolves it faster. That is why, children, we use a spoon to stir while we make lemonade or solution of salt, sugar with water. Physical state of solute. Finally, powdered solute dissolve faster than the solute in the crystalline or lump form. Suppose we take crystals of sugar and in 1 spoon you take sugar in powdery form and you add both these 2 spoons in 2 different glasses of water. What you will observe, that sugar which is in powdery form dissolve fast in comparison to sugar which is in crystalline form. So this condition is called physical state of solute. Okay, children? A solution of any substance in water is known as aqueous solution. As I have taught, that this word has come from aqua. Aqua means water. And no chemical reaction takes place when a substance solute is dissolved in a solvent to prepare its solution. Children, while we add sugar or salt in water, that salt or sugar does not react with water. Okay, there is no chemical reaction takes place between solute and solvent. Is it clear? Aerated drinks are the solutions of sugar, carbon dioxide and flavoring agent, etc. in water. Okay, children, it's all for today. Till then, good night.